Now
KOTOR news! Yeah! Chad, who's ready? Star Wars Knights of the Republic, please, God! Let it get done and let it not be like a Spire's dog shit Star Wars Battlefront 2 remaster. This is why I play Minecraft. Can't go wrong. Oh, you play Minecraft? It can't go wrong. Oh, okay. Dream SMP. Boo. Hate this. Hey, what? I dropped my balls once, but my gayness mask it. What?
with all of this Star Wars Battlefront drama going
My mouth hurts from yelling.
around right now, this is a bit of news that might have sort of flown under the radar for some of you, but I feel kind of obligated to talk to you
Bye, Finny.
guys about anything interesting that happens within the Knights of the Old Republic space. Because not only do we know a little bit more about the technicalities of what's going to be happening with the game's studio, but we've also got an interesting perspective on how they view the project and an answer.
I'm making nachos. Ooh. F Minecraft JK, play Terraria instead. Oh, that's so real.
As to whether or not we might see it in the next 12 months.
Oh! Wait, let me rewind this.
With the game's studio, but we've also got an interesting perspective on how they view the project and an answer as to whether or not we might see it in the next 12 months.
By the way, I'm pretty sure, I could be completely wrong, but it is a remake / remaster. So it's a complete, it's not like the Star Wars Battlefront thing where they're just flipping it out, right? With a little extra content. This is a fucking remake.
But in typical YouTuber fashion, we'll get to that later in the video. So with that said, Embracer have officially announced the sale of Saber Interactive rather than it just being a rumor. If you're not caught up with all of this, essentially Saber Interactive are the developers of the Knights of the Old Republic remake, and it was reported a couple of weeks ago that they were selling Saber to a then unnamed party for $500 million.
Please don't be some fucking evil, diabolical fucking company like EA or fucking, who's the fucking losers that make fucking World of Warcraft? I'm blanking on their name. Activision. Please. Sorry, Blizzard, but Activision owns them.
And with that sale, Saber would continue to
Imagine it's Riot Games. Dude, if it's Riot Games. Steam.
develop the game. And now it's been officially confirmed by Embracer, Saber are leaving.
Y'all still think you're getting this game? Yo, chat. Yo. It's gonna happen.
And they've been sold to a company called Beacon Interactive, which is controlled by the co-founder of Saber. So essentially Saber have kind of bought themselves out from Embracer, but through another company who the co-founder of Saber owns. It's a bit confusing. But some good news is that over 3,000 staff are going with Saber and supposedly keeping their jobs, and also 38 ongoing game development projects are leaving with Saber too. However, there was a lot of speculation a couple of weeks ago that this meant Embracer were completely cut off from the KOTOR remake, and it was moving along with Saber and only Saber, but this now might not be the case. In their announcement of the sale today, it's confirmed that while Saber Interactive has split...
You know what I've realized, and I think probably a lot of people have realized at this point, is this game's probably going to suck if it comes out. I have to come to terms with that. Considering the fact that it shifted hands like 9 fucking times at this point, it's probably going to be dog poop. It's probably going to be poop. It's probably going to suck. It's probably going to smell bad. You know what I'm saying? But, like, honestly, that's okay. Like, even if it slightly captivates what it used to be, you know. Hey, Chris, who did he say bought Saber? No one bought Saber. I don't think. So Saber pulled a Bungie and bought their freedom from another company? Yeah, wait, I think that's kind of what happened. They, like, split and then Saber... I don't know. I don't understand it, dude.
Split from Embracer.
Wait. Let's go back a little bit. Maybe we'll break it down.
Saber, but this now might not be the case. In their announcement of the...
No. They bought... Oh, did they buy Saber? Oh, they did, didn't they? Wait. Holy shit, I'm so confused, bro. Aspire, Saber, it's all fucking up in my head.
Sale today, it's confirmed that while Saber Interactive has split from Embracer...
Wait, didn't they sell Embracer? Which one did they sell?
Embracer itself retains 14 games in their pipeline that were in the works, including 2 joint projects with Beacon Interactive. Now,
Embracer. They sold Embracer. So the person that... I don't know, dude. At Saber... So the people that... Beacon is taking a good portion of the Saber team and Embracer, right? That's okay. No, Chris, you should hold them accountable for not doing what they should and made a good game. Listen, okay? It's fucking Disney. Disney is the ones that shot the fucking first version of it down and said to give it to somebody else, okay? I can't do anything about that, dude. If the fucking horde of Star Wars and Marvel fans can't hold them accountable, I'm cooked, okay?
Now, there is a section in the press release which details the transaction and the assets from Saber Interactive
Holy shit, lightning just lit up this whole thing. I'm getting ready for the thunder.
included in the transaction. And in this section, it states all owned or licensed...
Dude, I already know if I upload this to the YouTube channel and gets any views, somebody's going to be in the comments explaining it completely. Whoever that is that's typing it right now, please, if you could say it nicely so it doesn't hurt my fifis, that'd be really cool.
IP and related liabilities owned...
Who the fuck is who? That guy right there? Beacon, who is owned by the co-founder of Saber, bought out Saber. Oh, that dude is ugly? Are you talking about fucking OG Yoda? This dude's OG Yoda, pre-Yoda. This is Yoda's daddy, dude. Not actually.
or held by the studios...
Let me back up, dude. Sorry, I'm sorry, I was goofing around. Oh, this guy, yeah, he's ugly as fuck. He's also a bitch. He got my hairline, though, for real.
Section in the press release which details the transaction and the assets from Saber Interactive included in the transaction. And in this section, it states
on God, singularity.
All owned or licensed IP and related liabilities owned or held by the studios and entities listed. It also states all contractor relationships relating to the studios and entities listed. Now, based on the information in this report and knowing that Saber are still going to be developing the Knights of the Old Republic remake, we can assume that this means that the license of Knights of the Old Republic and Star Wars in that regard will now be owned by Saber and not Embracer. This is indicative of the section that states all licensed IP and...
Wait. Okay, no, so they did buy Saber. Embracer sold Saber. Wait, what is it? Embracer sell Saber. Embracer Group has announced the sale of Saber. Okay, so they sold Saber back to the OG Saber, and they're getting 3,000 employees from Saber.
Related liability.
No, I don't think he explained that part. I don't know. Maybe he did. I'm an idiot.
Owned or held by...
I'm a Neanderthal, okay?
The studio are included in this transaction. However, this doesn't entirely mean that Embracer are no longer connected to the project, because Embracer state that they have retained a pipeline of 14 games, including 2 joint projects with Beacon Interactive. And they detailed some of these games, with one of them being called a previously announced AAA game based on a very major license.
Sorry, I hit the desk so hard to pause the video.
Now, I've seen a lot of speculation that maybe this could be Jurassic Park or perhaps Space Marine, but Jason Schreier, who was the one who leaked this entire sale a couple of weeks ago, is also on record saying that he thinks the game is the KOTOR remake as well. So there is that to consider. However, what makes this even more evident that this is the KOTOR remake is some of the comments from the CEO Lars Wingefors himself, who had this to say when asked if this AAA major licensed game would be coming out in the next 12 months. No, I think that kind of game needs some deep love and respect. So without giving full color, I think it's some time left until that is released.
Well, at least they are not rushing out the door.
So with that comment, we can totally rule out Space Marine 2, because that's coming out in the next 7 months, but also the way he's speaking about it needing love and respect, I think it's kind of indicative that it's already existed in some way. He didn't say this is a license that we need to respect, he said this is a game that needs deep love and respect. You only say that if people already have some sort of preconceived expectation and there is already a level of hype surrounding.
I'm gonna be honest, they just need to pull this shit from life support already. Yo, Josh. Don't you love being overawed for an item after sitting AFK for 2 hours, grinding the enemy that's supposed to... Ooh. It's been through like 30 devs, brother. It's not getting made. It's getting made, Josh! And when it comes out, I'm gonna say, fuck you, Josh!
Jurassic Park Survival, while a big license, doesn't really fit that. The only thing that does is a remake of something, so I think without an official statement, we can assume that this is the Knights of the Old Republic remake, which means that Embracer
When it comes out in his ass, I'm gonna laugh. No, it's gonna come out and be fine, okay?
are working
And I'm too petty, so it's not gonna be like Starfield where I was like, yeah, guys, you guys are right. I'm gonna be real petty about this one, okay? I'm gonna have fucking 12 months to like 3 years to just sit here and mauled about you guys being like, they should have just killed this game. I'm gonna play all the way through it just to spite y'all. I'm gonna cook my own fucking YouTube channel. I'm just gonna play this game only. Another Chris, you are 2 out of 2 right now. Starfield, then the new Star Wars game. Oh my god, just give it to FromSoft and make it a Soulsborne game. Yo, I would. Oh well, I mean they kind of already made a Soulsborne game for Star Wars. I was gonna say I would kill for a Soulsborne game for Star Wars just to see that vibe. They need to make a nitty gritty Star Wars, like actually a Souls-like, not like mechanics, sort of like a Souls-like, an actual really gritty Star Wars game. I know when. Like, they'd have to give it to a studio and not, like, have really high hopes for it because not a lot of people would play it. But it would be so cool. No one want this as much as Chris, as I do, Chris, but I'm genuinely expecting it not to happen. Nah, dude, if it was going to die, I'm very confident it would have died already. All right, I'm off for the night. Have a good stream, bro. I'll definitely be tuning in the future. Inside, thank you so much, bro. Thank you so much for hanging out. Have an amazing rest of your night. Sleep well. Have a great day tomorrow. Look forward to having you back in stream, bro. Dude, I have to wait until next Friday to get rain. Sunday through Monday, I only have 5% for me, so I most likely won't get rain. Oh, I'm sorry, Sorrow.
with Beacon and Saber, and the Knights of the Old Republic remake is considered a joint project in some capacity. But what the hell does that even mean?
Fuck is this
because
goofy
Embracer
animation?
aren't a development studio and they're not a publisher. Well, my only possible answer here is because they've already put significant investment into the game, they want some kind of financial return. So perhaps they will keep funding development slightly, perhaps they will act as a go-between the publisher of the game, maybe that's Sony, maybe that's someone new, but it's safe to say they're involved in some capacity, but we just don't know what that is. Now another interesting point that I
Red Toxic, you get it, bro.
want to bring to your guys' attention is that they actually refuse to say the name. And this is a trending pattern that I've noticed over the past few years now with their press conferences. Another question was asked, and this person said, can we assume that this AAA major licensed game is Knights of the Old Republic? He directly name-dropped it and said KOTOR, and the CEO's response was really odd, because he paused and
Applied to Dollar General yesterday, and there's still no call from Walmart. I'm going to bed. Good night. Yo, Tootsie, sleep well, homie. Good luck.
said, you mentioned a licensed name there, and I can't comment. And it's like he tried to dodge even saying Knights of the Old Republic, or it's like he
Shut up, Josh.
couldn't even say the name Knights of the Old Republic. And as I mentioned, I've noticed this being a bit of a trend. When they're asked about KOTOR, they won't say the words Knights of the Old Republic or KOTOR when asked about it. And I'm really curious as to why. If they're working on this project jointly, or if they've owned the license for the past several years, why can't they say the words Knights of the Old Republic in their press conferences? Because they will say Star Wars. They actually did this in this very conference. They mentioned Star Wars and Aspire's Battlefront. But when it comes to Knights of the Old Republic,
And Aspire's shitty Battlefront.
the game that they've been working on for the past 4 years, they won't even say the name Knights of the Old Republic, which is just a really, really odd pattern that I've noticed. But of course, this could mean anything, it could mean nothing, but when they say the word Star Wars in other areas of the same press conference, but won't say the words Knights of the Old Republic, it makes me wonder if the title has been changed, and because the new title isn't announced in any official capacity, they just call it a licensed, previously announced game.
So, do we think they could be, like, making basically a new game?
But I digress. With all of this said, we now at least know that the license is at Saber, or more specifically Beacon Interactive, who now own Saber, and we also won't see the KOTOR remake in the next 12 months. And something tells me this is going to be a late 2025 or perhaps even a 2026 release.
I'm gonna be so
which
old!
kills me inside because that's 5 years. Jesus Christ. We also know Embracer aren't completely cut off from the project and they will have some sort of connection to it, but we don't know how big or small that connection may be. Anyway, that is enough from me today. I want you to let me know down in the comment section below if you're happy that Saber are in full control of the license and seem to be taking their jolly good time.
Yo, am I an evil, horrible person for just being ready for Rockstar to not be able to follow up on GTA 5 because they took too long? And just waiting for literally all of the fucking Rockstar fanboys to turn on Rockstar. Am I evil for that? Can they make the games look good for the future as well? You're already old. I'm JK. Shut up, bottom. You're not old. What?
Time, or if you're still really worried. Don't forget to hit the like
I'm not really
button.
worried. It's coming out. It's gonna be fine, dude.
It helps me out a great deal. And if you haven't, perhaps consider subscribing to join
This game will be perfect for my mid-20s crisis.
the biggest growing Knights of the Old Republic community on YouTube. And if you want to learn about some more Star Wars video game drama, you should check this video out.
Oh my god, I'm gonna be 23 this year.
It's my comprehensive review for Star Wars Battlefront's Classic Collection.
Chat, I'm gonna be 23 in 2 months.
And oh boy, is it rough. I'll see you there.
All right, closing thoughts. I still have a lot of hope for this game. I think it's gonna come out eventually. Honestly, I think this is good. They did pull a Bungie and buy themselves back, which is cool, pretty much for Saber. Yeah. I hope it all works out, man. And fuck Sony for dropping this shit, dude.